Silver Cup Grand Final, a best of 3 for 50 euros. We got Tom from Germany versus Biko from Russia. And this is a best of 3. Usually it's a best of 5, but since it's almost midnight already, we changed that down to a best of 3. Tom, back-to-back champion in the Silver Cups here at Skill, challenged by Biko. Let's go. And for the first time, I present to you a tier indicator. As you can see here, next to the score, there is yellow dots. And the yellow dots indicate the tier of the player. If there's 1 dot, it's tier 1. If there's 2 dots, it's tier 2. If there's 3 dots, it's tier 3. Shibuya! As I said, nothing revolutionary, but just a nice little indicator that might help you. If you just joined the stream and you want to know, hey, how far is this game? Look at the dot, you see the tag, all good. We got a Blade Master by Tom, and I really, really like that. As I said in the semifinal already, Tom is absolutely excellent with the Blade Master. On the other side, we saw Biko kind of, unfortunately, destroying Taker in the semifinal with the 2-0. So these guys are battling it out. Is it a 3-peat by Tom for the Playing Ducks, or is there going to be a new Silver King, a new Prince, we might say? DK, Ted Fiends, it is. No specialty here for Biko. And the normal Orc build by Tom. Biko, a man of many names. Jason Statham, Ara Brams, Spawn, Biko. That's all him. And Tom just goes by Tom. Good old Thomas Walter. So Last Refuge, always a map that loves to go full, like tier 3, all out, item hunt, big 6 hero combos with 70 supply at the end and decked out heroes. That's pretty cool. I like Northern Isles in this matchup. Last Refuge in this matchup a lot. Biko starts with the Murlocs. Interesting. I see this more and more nowadays, that people creep the Murlocs prior to this. He had a cool strat on Amazonia, a cool creeper on Amazonia. This 6 skeleton thing. Seems to be his, really. But okay, this is not level 2. This is only a mantle. And then he has the skeletons for the little green. And he can't really be pressured. Cool. Blade Master should be too far away. But if you have 5 selves, you can take bigger camps.
A player's forces are under attack.
So no harass, no damage to the opponent, but you steal a camp away. And that's always nice in the early mid-game stages. So tier 2 on the way, at 1/3 here, a little further ahead by Tom, who goes for more grunts, and then he will probably once again try to dominate the mid-game, as he always does. With the Shadowhunter rushing over, get through. Oh my, this inventory is already great. You see the high red numbers? Oh yeah, we do. It's already, like, this will definitely be 200 crits.
A player's forces are under attack.
And the item hunt is on. Just aiming for that, of course. With Undead, you are not really in a position to follow up with that null spot here. Ring of Protection this time. Need for TC late if he wants to carry it for so long. Maybe a little bit extra gold to start technology a little earlier. This is already good for the Lich, so I think they're both happy with what they got. And now we'll see if the overlay is working fine. Nah.
A player's forces
2
are
dots!
under attack.
Amazing. The technology of 2021, huh? Can display dots. Wonder if it's a little misleading when it's next to the score, or if it's just right. Love to have your feedback on that. For example, we could write next to the supply that it's tier 1. Instead of dots next to the score. But we just wanted to get it out. Ooh. Okay. That's a nice steal. Sells it, isn't the best. For the TC later it's amazing, but if you want to get tier 3 and Beastery and Ensnare and items and stuff, then having gold is amazing. Just stealing this away. I really like this opening by Tom. He stole the Nulls, he stole the Expo, and he stole the Magi. Little unfortunate for Tom that his own Expo is gone, but he still has the double green plus Nulls. And Tom steals this. Which comes in now, but it's probably going Frost Armor first, exactly, so no offensive potential.
A player's forces are under attack.
Little tricky to creep the High Priest here. Hiding behind the tent, still got him. Wonder if he can pick this up. Should be the case, I guess. This movement alone forces dust off of Biko. And Tom is not playing as aggressive as it is used to be. Biko is expecting this 100%. 4-5 Frost Armor spammed already. So if Tom wants, he can backstab or just creep up a storm. Kind of what's happening. Trying to threaten the Blade Master away with some damage, and Tom says, alright man, you invested a lot into this, so get your reward. Tom is already tier 3, he was rushing this hard. Kodo, TC, perfect amount of experience on the Blade Master, on the way to 4, but not at 4. Oh, did he hear that? That's a big steal for Biko here. While Tom is busy with the mercenary cap, he's just stealing this away. Nice, Wand of the Wind. There's probably gonna be no Dispel for a long time. So that Zapper as well. What a ballsy play by Biko.
A player's forces are under attack.
Could have blown up more, I feel, but if you want the shop, then it's the perfect thing to do. You really want this shop, the orb. He doesn't have the resources for the orb yet. He sold something and orb is ready. That was the last ditch effort, and Biko portals away. Keeps Tom supply stuck at 41. Could fix it with a tiny Great Hall, of course, but that is a little further down the road. Blade Master's name is Mikasa. Any Attack on Titan fans here? Hells yeah, brother! Fellow Attack on Titaner here. Didn't see the last episode, but I will catch up with that after this broadcast, probably. As I had a kind of energy and I'm way too awake to go to sleep after the Taker games, of course. So, Scourge Bone Chimes, this is what Tom would have loved to have, but on the other side we have a roll with the Magi, which is always good. And this is Tom. Knife between the teeth. Rush over to the opponent's side, where a Temple of the Damned is already waiting. Both have arrived on tier 3. As you can see in our overlay. Okay, repairs this. More headhunters. But yeah, Banshees could become a big problem. Then there's curves, and there's no damage. And leveling the TC hasn't really worked out yet. Very passive game for top standards, I feel. And Biko doesn't want to brawl either. So who's gonna get the red spots? Biko's definitely in a position to push this. But not in time. Like, dashing out the crits and the spells, and that's at least the item was on Battle Drums. One for the shop, but as I always say, taking it away from the undead is good. He's not even going for the creep check, so this should be almost solo experience for the TC, so at least he gets the aura. And the other side. Dark Ranger for silence. Very good. Blade Masters on the other side. Does Tom have a TP is the question. No, but a speed scroll. Needs to use it. Trying to be greedy. Silence now. He's not willing to engage, is he? No, not really. That's way too expensive. Good blocks by Biko with that statue. If on purpose or not, I'm not 100% sure. That's a long way home for Tom. Now turns around, but first Banshee should be out soon, right? It's in production. 2 Kodos. Silences are great. Curl Nova Focus Fire. Heal Wave. Last second, man. Tom seems still to be on point, despite the late hours. And when these storms hit, then it's nasty. That's 1 Fiend down. That's the second one purged. Oh, 6 supply. That looked good for Biko. But Tom maneuvered himself into a position where everything is possible again, and then the saves were there, and the TC has still so much mana. He can just aim for this DK maybe, who only has a health stone. Hey man, this is a slaughter. I thought Banshees might be able to turn it around. We do have Curse now. You see the misses. Coils arrive as well, but oh, the Undead lost a lot here. And with an Orb of Lightning, you can never be sure that you escape, despite the Unholy Aura. Gets a couple of counter kills, but mana's low now. Has to retreat into an undead base. And this, how much gold did he bank? Yeah, exactly the right amount for the tiny Greater and a Torrent Totem transition. So Tom retreating at the right time. Good play. Quote from chat. Lol, the dots are for tiers. People can't tell them from hero and units. Well, of course people could. Or they wait until I go into the base, but why not add them if we can add them? For a long time people said, why do you need minutes and seconds in the in-game clock? You can easily tell it from whatever, the clock at the top. Just making things easier. And sometimes you play 2 heroes, but you are on tier 3, and people who tune in might wonder, hey, is he only on tier 2? What's he waiting for? Just, you know, providing information is never wrong. Oh, Warsong Battle Drums for Biko. That's good. A couple of Headhunters here. That was quite a bit of an investment into the Torrent Totem. But the mana on the TC is still so good. Breaks through the silence with an invul. And man, these Fiends, they have no fun this game. Wonder if you should focus a little more on the Banshees with the Headhunters. They have not the easiest time as well. And if you can get a statue for it, then it's a good trade nonetheless. Look at all these misses, man. Tom is gonna have a little party TC! Out of all of a sudden, there's a nuke and the TC hits the deck. I think Invul would have been on cooldown for him anyway, so swapping that wouldn't have saved him. Code devoured. So 52 supply for Tom. No tiny Great Hall after all. Also no clarity if he buys. Okay, TC is coming from the altar and was about to say lucky find. And that's level 4. Walker number 1 is there. Not upgraded yet, so no dispel. And Biko couldn't see him because his stomach is empty, but here was definitely a devour. Biko maybe wasn't sure if Tom is going this way or back into the base to heal. But he doesn't need to. Still rough game for the Undead, who's breaking upkeep now into 51. But I wonder if it wasn't a mistake to not expand.
Players' forces are under attack.
Miss Clickerino! Bye bye Info Potion. sure what he was wanting to do. I don't know. Oh, Tom, are you falling asleep on the wheel right here? You're in a good position. Don't give it away. That walker. Oh, no. What the hell is this walker doing? Okay, getting ready now for Spirit Link, and that is a trap if I ever saw one. No TP for Biko. He's trapped, but yeah, I think he's trapped. You can raise the question, or is Tom stuck with Biko? But I don't think so, man. He needs a little bit of healing from this Blade Master to keep him safe. Invo Potion would, of course, be fantastic. What an happy center stop. Oh my god. TC dies again, though. Wait a minute. Is he turning this around? He's trying to nuke the Shadow Hunter. Has mana or must. Man, he needs the spell. There we go. Oh, the Blade Master falls as well. No way. No freaking way. Sandwiched by Turtle and Tom. Biko survives.
Players' forces are under attack.
Okay. He's back in the game. And again. The question. When expansion would have been better. Tom at 50. Closing in on 5, but man, the TC revives alone. Oh, did they hurt. But there's almost no damage anymore except the heroes. But of course, it's a Lich with plus 29. So yeah, there's damage. 204 crits. This will increase by a lot. And 2 heavy damage deals. But what's the Shadow Hunter doing there? So exposed. So exposed. Saves himself for a bit. Waiting for the heal wave cooldown to be off. And what now? Needs a little bit of a Hail Mary. TC is back in the back of the army. Backstabbing with a Stomp. But man, Biko is owning right now. Level 5 Blade Master. And now hope for the crits. And pray that there's no misses. Backstab, crit, no way. Invo Potions to prevent this. Shadow Hunter falls on the left-hand side, so there's no healing anymore. Maybe with a 250 he can go for another Invul if it's ready. It absolutely is. Heal Scroll first. TC might need that right now. Use it. Jesus, last second. He wanted to stomp. Okay. TC dead as well. And thanks to the Frost Armor. Crit with 204. But he lost all 3 heroes. Tom, the crits are on his side, but the rest isn't. And for that, we have the game number 1 in the books. That is Last Refuge going to Biko. And we are about to dethrone our king. Okay. Good comeback by Biko. This was not his start, really. Also not really his mid-game. Yeah, turns out Tom was indeed stuck there with Biko. that was hella stupid. But who would have thought, man? I didn't, clearly. Made that mistake before. WGTL, Focus versus 120. Felt the same. And then all of a sudden the Undead can micro like crazy. Who would have thought? Certainly not me. Yeah, maybe concentration is slipping a little. Lich was crazy. Blade Master was crazy as well. So I think these heroes don't do each other too much. Man, still 1,500 people. That's so cool. At midnight. We even get some Twitter followers. Nice of you guys. Of course, the big peak here today with Taker. But It was a cool story. I'm looking forward to the second Silver Cup that we cast next week already. And I want to see more people. I want to see the 64 grid. Give me that 64 grid next time. Or sign up for Friday already. Happy isn't playing, so looking forward to that cup as well. As I said, we have a lot in store for you guys in 2021 at Back to Warcraft, and you can see that schedule here at backtowarcraft.com. At the moment, we're casting the Silver Cup by Skill, Play, and Readmore.de. Tomorrow is Theorycraft, Carson's format to educate you guys on Warcraft 3. It's going to be community replay casts tomorrow. You had a week to send in your replays and get a little bit of advice from one of the smartest person in Warcraft 3. On Friday, we have the Skill Play WC3 open, $280 on the line. And as I said, Happy can't play. So we're going to have interesting finals, I guess. In the night, from Friday to Saturday, it's the first qualifier for the Dust League Season 7 NA. And we specifically state this NA because there's also going to be a European Dust League later this year. This is going to be Bidu, this is going to be Carson, maybe with a guest commentator. We're about to see that. And we are back right after noon for the Xelos Red 2021 qualifier number 2, which is Europeans and Koreans playing on Flow servers for the last spots for the Xelos Red tournament. And then the Dust Boys are back, and then we are back with the ESL Open Cup. Guys, there's a lot of content here at Back to Warcraft. I hope you can still catch up with all we do. Tom says, gotta get up in 5 hours, lols. Yeah, I kind of forgot the channel point voting thing. It's a little bit too late now. Will you be at Creepjack? Creepjack tomorrow? If yes, I'm there. Rocket Beans TV. Program Thursday. Yep, apparently I'm there. All right, game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently both never played against each other, but look at this. In the Warcraft 3.elo ranking, position 96 versus position 95. Is that awesome or what? This will definitely change once this is over, because the winner is gonna be elevated a little. But for now, as close as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. Also shows you how many good undeads are in the top 100. If Biko is 31st. Jesus. So, whoop. Game 2. Match points for Biko, who's spawning in the bottom right. And Tom on the upper left. Welcome to Turtle Rock. Neo, you're a champ. Since I came back to Warcraft 2 years ago, you've been a shining light. Oh! Cutie! Goody, Goody, you're goody. You got a new Patreon, sir, and an extra show match on the 24th. We don't have a Patreon yet, so I don't know who you subscribe to. Extra show match sounds nice, man. We're gonna have a 2-2 show match soon. Is that official already? I don't know. I heard 2-2 show match soon. I heard you like 2-2s. So we do 2-2s. Blade Master Dual Burrow. Haven't seen too many orcs on Turtle Rock, to be honest. I'm not too sure if that's normal or not. But since grunts are so good at creeping on this map, this could just be normal. And here, wait a minute. No shop. Whoa, that's a fast tech. That the Biko special? Ghoul tech. That's what he played in Mirror, right? DK Ghouls, no shop, just rush. Blade Master not willing to go for the Magi. Alright. Robon just said it here. The 2-2 show matches. Grubby and North versus Kraft and Starbuck. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. And after that, Grubby and Armin VB versus Knopf and Taker and Orc Mirror 2-2. Thank you, Robond, for hosting this. And sponsoring this. We will be casting it, of course. So, still no shop. Ido, is that you? Did you take over? Graveyard coming, second Ziggurat coming. Creeping is of course limited as there's no critters on the map. You have to sacrifice a little bit of HP for this. And then you can summon skeletons. You get level 2. That's still fairly easy. It is one of the slowest techs. It's one of the fastest techs. This is not an easy exchange for Biko. Of course, there's Aura, but he's catching a couple of hits here and there. Aura has to work overtime, but it's also annoying for Tom as he wants level 3 as fast as possible. Now there's coils to steal this as Biko knows what's up.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, this fast tech is not punished at all.
Are under attack.
Huh. Interesting. Going for the red spot now with 3 grunts. Definitely doable. Can heal afterwards. And that... Is that level 3? Yeah, for sure. Okay, that's cool. Then he can roam. And creep the middle. But yeah, by the way, we should definitely do a Patreon. A lot of people seem to be eager to throw money at us. So we should definitely do a Patreon. Still don't have great ideas what to do with that.
Under attack.
But getting close. Claws here. Devotion Aura here. This is also always time for an... or space for an expansion. Grunt is... blocked apparently in the base? How did that happen? Warcraft pathing works in mysterious ways, and look at this double beastery with the Shadow Hunter normal, of course, but double beastery. He's gonna play Raider lame at this late hour.
A player's forces are under attack.
And wait, what? He has a sacrificial skull. Does he want a tower? Then killing this acolyte earlier was absolutely horrible. Oh, I didn't see this inventory. Yeah! Skull not used yet, but good damage. Has to use the speed scroll early. There's no heal wave yet, and the ghouls are massive. Man, Biko, is he tower pushing his way to the championship? Shao Kai did this at WGL. Oh, boy. That Fiend goes down. But he's trading it for a grunt, and then I guess it's fine. Tower's coming up now. Blade Master, the absolute ultra carry. Problem for Biko is no mana. So that's the second Fiend. And the third Fiend is also very low. She will probably catch a coil. Raiders against that. Against buildings, of course. Always good. Blade Master trouble! He's here too. Can't go for potions.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Okay, tower's cancelled so far, but damage against buildings is good. Damage on fiends also good. And snare ready. He's waiting for a little bit of healing. More grunts, more raiders, more control. Now he's moving out. Blade Master, do you have any kind of protection? Not really. There's also no Nova. There's one coil, but he would love to have that on the fiend. By the way, we have a donation coming in by Sec Fold, 5 euros. Nice job for all of those years. My life for Ner'zhul. Thank you very much. So, Blade Master back. Bloodthirsty. Going for the fiend, but there's no frost armor on it, so that's pretty much a free kill. Not reapplied at all. So, trades a raider for a fiend, but you need these fiends for the damage. Not upgrading this tower either. Ghouls should be easily dealt with once the battlefield is a little calmer and tamer. Good burrows here. And that's exactly what I mean. Like, if there's no fiend to attack really, then you can go for the ghouls, take out the damage. But the trades, I feel, are always going in favor of Pico. It's oftentimes a 1-for-1 trade. And he's, at the moment, buying time for the towers, so I like his position still. But mana's getting low. Mana's getting real low. And healing is, or HP is kind of fine for Tom. Reproducing. Now he's facing a narrow tower. Oh, the 2-time king about to be dethroned as it seems. Raiders just walk into a meat grinder, an undead meat grinder. And the problem is, once this beastry is gone, you can go for the shop. That's important. That burrow is super important and not fortified at all. But he's regenning a little. Every kill gets the Shadow Hunter closer to level 2 to heal wave. The tower itself doesn't do too much damage, so doesn't have to be scared about that. He has to be scared about fiends against burrows, though. Expo running, by the way. Biko will not expect this, right? That Thomas on 2 base income? I don't think so, man. Will we see a Demolisher? Or just a second shop or something? 5 fiends. This is absolute ultra all-in by Biko. There's no way back. You either kill the Orky or you lose. And that second base is helping Tom so much. What a cheeky player. And now all the trades are great. If it's a 1-for-1 trade, great. Any day. Any day. But yeah, these rally points, man, they bite him. They bite him big time. Finally gets rid of that Acolyte. Should Defo do more grunts, I think? Maybe a Kodo, but Kodos take forever to build. Yeah, that's Tom's biggest problem. Like, whatever he builds, it's at least down at 50%. And the only source of damage is the Blade Master at the moment, because the grunts, like, they have to heal in the back all the time. They get killed all the time. Ensnare is limited, so he's not even getting this one. How unfortunate. Tom is losing more and more. He's feeding the undead heroes. There's Nova now. Oh, I love Backpack. Did he just bring... He did bring a potion. Did he bring a mana potion as well? I'm not 100% sure. Finally, the heal wave. Tom was Did I say Tom just a second ago? Tom, I mean. Skeletons for sure. Potions. Heal potions as well. And now floodgates open. No shop anymore. No clarities. He has 2, but these are the last 2 ones. He's not rebuilding the shop anywhere. And Tom is just looking for the Hail Mary. Like, a little bit of space for the Hail Mary. But he's not finding any because there's also no reveal. This hurts him so bad. And now he's supply stuck. He's not rebuilding anything here. And Tom evacuates this.
A player's
Yeah, time for a
forces
dust,
are
huh?
under attack.
Wow, tower push. Biko showed some really cool strategies today versus Orc. Tower push here on TR. Necromancer Frenzy with a Pit Lord against Taker. It's really rough to turn this game around now. With this much damage that Biko has, Tom of course trying to rebuild. Now it might just be a little bit too late. Even a slaughterhouse. Oh wow. Slaughterhouse for instant statue reinforcements. That's great. And why not? This position is so safe. And the position by Biko was just great. If he towers from here, there's not that much he can attack, and he just spawned these towers and his army right in front of the production buildings. And then with snacks. The snacks! So is there one more play? Supply is even. We do have dust now. Maybe this does. Oh, Mana Necropolis. Ouchie. That hurts. That hurts. Just. Haven't seen that in a long time. Blocks the way, of course. A little bit of free damage.
Is under siege.
Oh, I would be so tilted if my opponent does this to me. But Todd was Tom was in at least
A player's forces are under attack.
4 finals in a row. Shows that he's a player to consider in 2021. Tom has 1,000 gold. He's just rebuilding his base here. 2 raiders. Trying to force a TP. But does it even matter?
The player's forces are under attack.
Oftentimes it really doesn't matter if you lose that building. Towers up. More towers coming. The shop is here. Statue. It doesn't even build one. He has no income at the moment, so that hurts him a little. It was all good fun and giggles until he built those 3 necropolis. Don't tell me we hide buildings at 15 past midnight now. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff today, but I guess this game is over. I mean, Tom still has 1,000 gold. He didn't lose the tech and rebuild the beastery. That's important. So you can still go for the units. Everything's over now. Yikes. Did he scout this now? Maybe he assumes it. Okay, we do have reinforced defenses. At least there's no towers. GG! We do have a new king in the Silver Cup. And that is the Orc Slayer, Biko. Many different styles. With necros, with towers. We've seen it all. Maybe inspired by Taker today. But he wanted to get Tom off of his throne with towers. Congrats, mate! That was 50 euros going to him, 25 to Tom. And there's going to be a game for third as well. Man, this was a great Silver Cup. This is going to be the new stable until we get ESL Meisterschaft back. And it is confirmed until the end of March that we're going to have Silver Cups and also Skill Play Cups. That will be Friday. And all the players here that made it into, I think, the top 8 got some points. And at the end of the month, there's going to be some monthly finals. And I would love to see Tom seeking for revenge. Or to see Taker in the finals, man. How amazing would that be? So, skill play cups will continue on Friday. Everybody can take part. Happy is not part of that grid. So, I hope to see many, many players there. It's $280 for you guys. As you can see here, January 15. Open for everyone. Just come along, have fun. Let your games be casted. I'm having fun with this. Tomorrow, Carson is back with Theorycraft at 10 p.m. Community replay casts, everybody. So a lot of people sent in their replays. I'm really curious how picky Carson is and what kind of games we can get. Saturday, Double Trouble with a Dust League qualifier in the night for the American region and Xelos Red qualifier number 2 for the Asian/European region. And this on Sunday, we have Dust League qualifier again. And then we're back on Monday with the ESL Open Cup. Lots of content here at Back to Warcraft. I enjoyed this cup tremendously. Thank you, Skill. Thank you, Readmore. Thank you, Abstract, New Hero, MF, Amber, Taker, whoever was responsible for today. I had a blast. So see you tomorrow at Creepjack, Friday for the Skill Cup, Saturday for Xelos Red, and in the meantime, support other streamers, support Bidu and Carson, just support the Warcraft scene. We're amazing. Bye bye.